Be kind to your mind. I see that Facebook is playing games with any page I record on right now. I have no idea why, but we're not going to talk about it. We'll figure it out. There's always a solution. So today is day 138 of our Supersize Your Business Annual Challenge. And our topic is self-compassion and modeling that for our organization. Being self-compassionate, being kind to ourselves, and treating ourselves the way we deserve to be treated as a leadership strategy and a leadership technique. A way of being. Let's just be honest. If we're kind, we catch more flies with honey than we ever do with vinegar. I've been telling that to my granddaughters lately, my middle granddaughter. What the heck? Self-compassion, what does that mean? It means I treat myself in a kind way, no matter what. I don't have a bunch of negative self-talk going on where I beat myself up. No, that would not be a true statement for me because I'm like human and I do that too. But I'm on a concerted effort and path to cut back on that, right? We talked yesterday about negative thoughts. Negative thoughts, especially the ones we say out loud, we're giving them more power. So I might think in my head that I'm a klutz, but if I say I'm a klutz, I'm making that so much worse. I might think about something about my business that isn't necessarily positive, like why does everybody always count on me for everything, or why do I have to work so hard, or how come I have to be involved in everything? No, there's a pattern there, and there's a reason I'm using those specific examples. But whenever we ask why of another person, we're never going to get the answer because we have no way of knowing. Half the time other people don't know why they do something, much less are we going to figure out why they do it. We can assign some motives, but we're really usually just assigning our thinking, our reality, and our motives onto them, which can really lead to messed up situations and relationships and interactions. So we don't want to go there because that can lead to suffering. Now, I'm not a big believer in suffering. I think suffering is optional. We don't have to suffer ever, but we as human beings seem to put ourselves in suffering situations a lot. I define suffering as something that I choose to feel bad about, right? So if I am late for something and I start beating myself up, then I'm suffering. I'm actually doing self-inflicted pain because I'm beating myself up about being late. Now, if I had a good reason to be late, if I had every intention of being on time and something happened, like I got in a car accident, guess what? I guess I can give myself a little grace or cut myself some slack and not go into the little negative self-talk, barrage or abuse or judgment. So today, what are we thinking about? We are thinking about how do we speak about our business. I'm on a new platform called the School Platform. I'd love to have you join our Supersize Your Business School community, by the way. It's free. If you're interested in having a like-minded group of business owners that are working on things that undermine us that we're not even aware of, and you want to grow and build and scale and supersize your business in ways, I say in ways that won't kill you, because mine almost killed me in 2010, and I'm here to talk about it, which I think is really awesome because it beats the alternative, right? I say every day above ground is a great day because it beats the alternative, right? All right, so today, what are we going to do with this? We are going to pay attention to what we think and what we say about our business today. And if you say anything negative about your business, I want you to stop, write it down, and then if you're in a situation where you cannot think about it right now, I want you to write it down so you don't forget it. Because this is something that we need to start doing on a regular basis. We need to catch ourselves before those kind of things come out of our mouth. Why? Because we are demonstrating to everyone else in our organization or anyone who overhears it that it's okay to speak negatively about our business. Is it ever okay to speak negatively about our business? No. Is it okay to face challenges and then immediately go to what are the possible solutions for this? Absolutely. That's how we build and grow and create the business that we want. But we model everything for the people in our organizations. Every organization, our families, our clubs, our religious organizations, our social organizations, our friend group, everything we do and say, people are always watching. Now, they're not watching like, oh, I don't want to overemphasize that, because the truth is, most people are so busy with their own lives and their own reality, they don't have time to judge or worry about you. And that's why we spend so much time and energy trying to get people's attention. But people are watching, even if you're not aware of it. They are paying attention to how you show up, what you say, and what you do. And so, heaven forbid, should you say something derogatory or negative about your business. Because why? You're creating that. If I say, this business is driving me crazy, why is this so hard? Why does everybody else succeed but me? If I'm saying things like that out loud, heaven forbid I need to stop those when I'm thinking them. But if I'm saying them out loud, I am creating more of that in our business and in our lives. And do we want that? No. We want to always be speaking to what we want and where we're going, not the evidence of what's happening right now. Because what we're seeing for results right now is the culmination of all of the actions and experiences and things our business has taken up to this point. Because there's a time delay between our action and the results. It varies depending on the situation, but there's always a time delay. Even if it's just a few seconds, there's a time delay. And so we need to take into account what I was thinking then created this result. So if I don't like that result, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to say, what do I need to do and think about and act on in order to actually change that to the result that I want. I hope you're tracking with me, because this is super important. I've been in businesses and in jobs in corporate America where I joined the organization because what was presented and my research showed was that this was a great organization. Only to get on the inside and find out that the culture is absolutely, totally effed in the head. I think you know what I'm talking about. You get inside and you know, the pretty picture marketing things that they share to the world and the face they show to the world is one thing, but what's actually going on inside is something entirely different. And actually, my corporate America jobs, that's the places that I went into because that's what they hired me for, was to say, okay, we know we got a problem, we don't know exactly what it is, come on in and help us solve it. And so that's what I've been doing for decades. So today, our action item, your action item is to catch yourself before you say something and write it down. And then we're going to go back and we're going to think about it and we're going to ask ourselves some questions, just like we did with the negative belief, because any negative thing we say silently or out loud is just a belief. It's just a belief we have about something that triggered us right now. And we don't want to be making decisions for our business and our life and for other people's lives that is impacted by one little instance of negative thinking or one moment of doubt or worry or any other negative emotion that we choose to experience so that we can suffer a little more, right? So today, share in the comments below one thing that you think is one area that you're too hard on yourself in. What is one thing that as a business leader, as the owner, founder, person in charge of your business, what is one thing that you know you're too hard on yourself for? Let's unravel that today. Let's see how many of those we actually have in common, because I think we probably have a lot more things in common than we think that we do, right? All right, that's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Putting together a mastermind of cross-industry individuals. If you're interested in something like that, got an application ready, just put apply. Put apply in the comments below and I'll send you that. Otherwise, I really encourage you to join us over in Supersize Your Business school platform, school community. I know you're busy, just like I am, but I've found that it's a place I can go and get answers really, really quickly because there's like-minded people there in the community that are building and growing and scaling their business just like you are. All right, have an amazing day. If I can help you, what do? All you have to do is ask. Be with you tomorrow. Bye.